Hello there. Let's learn how to change the sentences in past tense from active to passive voice. A quick recap. He ate an orange. In this sentence, you can see the subject is doing the action denoted by the verb. So, we say the subject is the doer of the action and this is active voice. Now, if we interchange the subject and the object, we get a different form, which is an orange was eaten by him. What do we see here? Here, the subject is the receiver of the action, meaning the subject is passive and it is not performing the task that is indicated by the verb. So, we say this sentence is in passive voice. Now, let's see the different rules that we follow in order to change from active to passive voice. Starting with past simple tense. He played chess. This is a sentence in past simple tense and it is in active voice. Now, let's interchange the subject and the object, and what do we get? Chess was played by him. As we said, here the object became the subject and the subject is now the agent that is performing the action denoted by the verb. So this is the sentence in passive voice. And what is the format here? It is subject plus was or were, depending on the subject verb agreement, plus the past participle plus the optional part, which is by, plus agent performing the task or the action. And this is the passive form for past simple tense. As we saw, chess was played by him. Another example, she forgave them. Now, if we change the sentence to passive voice, what do we get? They were forgiven by her. Let us take more examples. Grandma baked the cake. And how do we change it to passive? The cake was baked by grandma. Another sentence. Grandma did not bake the cake. And this gets changed to the cake was not baked by grandma. Last example. Did grandma bake the cake? And it gets changed to was the cake baked by grandma? So we see the first case is of affirmative sentence, that is the positive sentence. And the second is the negative sentence. And the third one is the question. And what do we see? In all three cases, the passive voice sentence will have the format was or were, the optional not for the negative sentence, and the past participle. Now, coming to past continuous tense. I was playing chess. This is an active voice. How do we change it to passive? Let's interchange the subject and the object. And we get chess was being played by me. And what is the rule we followed here? The object becomes the subject and the subject, as we saw, is the agent which is performing the action. And the format here is the subject plus was or were plus being, which shows the continuity of the action, plus the past participle and the optional part by plus agent. So, chess was being played by me. Another example, he was cleaning rooms. And how do we change it to passive? Rooms were being cleaned. And we have omitted here the optional part by him. More examples, he was painting the wall. And this gets changed to the wall was being painted by him. Next, he was not painting the wall. And this gets changed to the wall was not being painted by him. Lastly, was he painting the wall? And this gets changed to was the wall being painted by him? And if you see, the first case is the positive or the affirmative sentence. The second case is the example of negative sentence. And the third one is the question or the interrogative sentence in past continuous tense. And in all of these, we'll see the format will have was a were plus the optional not for the negative sentence plus being plus the past participle for passive voice in past continuous tense. Next, coming to past perfect tense. Let's change it to passive voice. I had played chess. This is an active voice. How do we change it to passive? Chess had been played by me. And what did we do here? First, we interchange the subject and the object, and next we have also changed the verb form. And how did we change it? It is subject plus had plus been plus the past participle plus the optional part, which is by plus agent. And this is passive voice in past perfect tense. As we saw, chess had been played by me. Another example, they had built a boat. And how does it get changed? A boat had been built by them. More examples, they had sung the song. This gets changed to the song had been sung by them in passive voice. Next, they had not sung the song. This gets changed to the song had not been sung by them. Lastly, had they sung the song? This gets changed to had the song been sung? We omitted the optional part by them. First, for the case of affirmative sentence, that is the positive sentence. Next is the negative sentence, and lastly, it's a question or interrogative form, and all of this sentence got converted to passive form, and they all have the similar format: had plus the optional not for negative sentence plus been plus the past participle. Now the last form. How do we change the past perfect continuous tense to passive voice? He had been reading a novel. This is an active voice. So what about passive voice? Well, you should remember past perfect continuous tense has no passive form. So remember that. Now to summarize what we learned, past simple tense. She wrote a book, and this gets changed to a book was written by her. Past simple continuous tense. She was not writing a book. A negative sentence. A book was not being written by her. Past perfect tense. Had she written a book? This is a question, and how does it get changed? Had a book been written by her? Lastly, past perfect continuous tense. She had been writing a book, and as we saw, there is no passive voice for past perfect continuous tense. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.